So this is going to be the first tier list video I ever make, and it's going to be from one of my favorite games called Dead by Daylight, which, if you've been watching the channel, I do every now and then post some Dead by Daylight content, and I'm going to be giving you my opinions on different killers and their players. Now, I will say before this, I am not very experienced in Dead by Daylight. I probably have around 80 hours on the game, honestly, probably less, and I only play Survivor with my friends. I don't play Killer, but this is just my experience on playing Survivor against these different killers. So that's a little disclaimer, I guess. This tier list has 8 different categories. The first one being not enough data, which means either I have very rarely played against them, like maybe once a really long time ago, or I just haven't ever played against them before. The second one being respectable. The third one being middle ground. Fourth being annoying, fifth being sweat, sixth being very annoying, seventh being cringe lord, and eighth being basement dweller, the most cringe, king of the hill, most sweaty, annoying killer to play against. So yeah. Starting off with our first killer, I'm putting the Trapper in respectable. Now, honestly, I will say I do kind of have some mixed opinions on the Trapper, because sometimes he is, extremely annoying. Oh my gosh. Sometimes he is very annoying, but on a lot of maps, if you're not on a map with, tall grass, he literally just gets countered, unless you put your traps under, a vault or something like that, an area where you can vault over, or, any road, I don't know. But if it's on a map with, tall grass and you can't really see anything, sometimes it's very annoying, but I will say I put him in respectable because, at the end of the day, it's just kind of, it's only a chance that you get a map with, tall grass. And also, he can just be countered by literally crouching around the map near hooks and stuff. So, he's really not that hard to deal with. But, if, once you do get caught in the traps, it is, God, it's so annoying. You don't see too many trappers nowadays, at least I haven't. But he's, he's the OG killer of Dead by Daylight. He's the staple of the game for killers, and I just thought I'd put him respectable because there's really nothing you can really get too mad about unless it's tall grass and you're just walking and you get caught in a trap and you're dead. That's the only thing I can really complain about. Next, we have the Hillbilly. I'm not even going to hesitate. I'm putting this in cringe lord. Oh my gosh. Now, is this killer the hardest to counter? Not really. But it is so annoying when he just rushes at you from across the map or one-shots you if you, get caught in his trap. Or his path or whatever. It's annoying as frick. It is very annoying. I'm going to put him in cringe lord because he is cringe. He is extremely cringe. Oh, my gosh. Again, he's not super hard to deal with if you're in an open area, but if you're not, you're literally just cooked. You literally cannot do anything if you're not in an open area. And even that, he can move across the map really fast because of his dash ability. And I don't know. He pisses me off. You're a cringe lord if you play this killer. Okay, now we have the Hag, who I'm putting in not enough data. All I've heard is that she puts down these traps, but I have literally, I'm not even kidding, I don't know if I've ever played against the Hag before in a normal match. Or, if I did, it was a really long time ago. I literally have, I don't even know if I have a single memory of playing this killer. So, for that, I literally cannot, even though I looked up some videos on what her ability is, I don't remember playing her at all. So, I don't know. I'm just putting her in not enough data. Okay, due to some lost screenshots, I'm having to do a 2-in-1 right here. So I'm putting the Nurse and the Huntress in sweat. Now, are they really hard to deal with? Yes, but they also take skill. You have to respect that they take skill to play. Now, the Nurse is annoying, but from what I've heard, she's one of the hardest killers in the game to master. So for that reason, you just have to put them in sweat, even though they're not cringe, because again, it's just skill, And the Huntress is skill, but sometimes, I don't know. I think the Huntress is still skill though, even though her axe is kind of insane. Literally not too long ago, I think yesterday, me and my friend were playing on this map, against this Huntress that was using a perk to where the axe could one-shot, but the catch is you only get one to throw at a time. which I guess is reasonable, but dude, one-shot axe is literally insane. It literally cooked us like we couldn't do anything. But yeah, for that reason, I'm putting them in sweat. They're not cringe, they're just, really good at the game. And they're hard to learn, so, you gotta give that some respect. Okay, next we have Freddy Krueger. I'm going to be real, I've never played this killer before. I don't think I've ever played against Freddy Krueger in one of the matches. Maybe I did a really long time ago when I first started out, but I have literally no memory of this killer. All I know is he puts you in the dream world or something. That's really all I know, and that's because I had to watch the video. I literally don't think I've ever played against this killer before, so I'm just going to have to put him in not enough data. Okay, next we have the Wraith. I'm going to put him in annoying. I don't think he's cringe or anything, and I don't think he's middle ground. I don't know. The thing about the Wraith is just the whole ability to, just go invisible and kind of just suddenly pop up on people. It is annoying as frick, but it's not, the worst thing is you can kind of detect it, and you can still kind of run away. The whole invisibility thing, it's annoying, but it's not to the point where it, messes up, everyone. It's just, I don't know. It's rough to deal with, but it's nothing crazy. So just for that, I'll put it annoying, even though it's not even though it's hard to deal with, it's still not, crazy. Okay, next we have the pig person. Now, it's been a really long time since I've played against this killer, but back, when I first started out, I do remember playing this killer a good bit, but it's just been a long time. I was going to put this killer in not enough data, but just because I do remember a good bit, I will put her in annoying. Just for okay, she's really not that bad, but just the fact that she can attach something to your head that if you don't get it off in time, it instantly kills you. It's it's annoying. It is definitely annoying, but it's not the worst thing to deal with. You can get it off. It's just I don't know. Sometimes it can be you're just dead. Sometimes you just can't be dead and you can't do anything. But I will say it's not bad. It's definitely not anything crazy. Okay, we have the clown next, and I'm gonna be real. I've never heard or played against this killer. I literally have no idea what he does and how he plays. There was maybe one time that maybe I have a slight memory of playing against him, but I literally have no idea. I looked up what his ability does, and it had something to do with a gas or something, but that's literally all I know. I have zero memory of this killer. Yeah, so I'm trying to put him in not enough data. Alright, next we have Michael Myers. Now, a lot of people that do play Michael Myers, I feel are pretty good at the game for some reason. I don't know. I do feel a lot of people that do play him just end up being really good. But now the worst is if you get Michael Myers' map, whichever the street it's on. That map is literally the most attacker-sided BS in the game. But as for Michael Myers as a whole, he's really nothing crazy. I mean, all you have to do is just look at him, and he kind of gets countered. But I mean, he can be good. Don't get me wrong, and he can be pretty powerful. But he's nothing crazy. I'll just put him in middle ground. Now, here we have the first killer that I think absolutely deserves to be in the basement dweller category. Top 3 most annoying killers in the game. Oh my god, I hate the Spirit. Every single time I play against the Spirit, our whole team gets tunneled out within by the time we only get 1 or 2 generators done. Literally yesterday when I was playing with my boy Boondoggle, shout out to him, go sub to his channel. Oh my gosh, our entire team got tunneled out before we even had time to do 1 generator. I think it is so incredibly annoying to go up against this killer. If you're on a map that doesn't have a second floor, I mean you're dead. You just lose. I've never seen a killer that can move around the map faster than freaking Spirit. I mean, one, I swear she has the largest freaking hitbox of any killer. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything to prove that, but I swear to something feels like I always get hit from a freaking football field away. 2, her teleport ability. I mean, yeah, you can hear it, but she just literally, you'll hear, but then by the time you do, it's already too late. You're going to get knocked either way, unless you're just a god at freaking vaulting. But dude, she can move around the map at light speed, has an insane hitbox, at least from what it feels like. Every single time I've played a freaking Spirit player, they're always just the most cringe sweat lords, and they're just the most cracked at the game for some reason. I don't know. Just anytime I go against a spirit player, our entire team dies within like 3 minutes. It's insane. I've never seen a killer that tunnels more and that absolutely eviscerates the survivors more than this killer does. Oh my gosh, she's going in Basement Dweller. It's not even a question. I can make a separate video if I wanted to about this killer. All right, next we have the Legion, which I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard of this killer and never seen him before. So just for that, I have to put him in the not enough data. But I genuinely know nothing about this guy. All I heard is there's like 4 of them, but I don't know. That's all I know. I have no idea what he does. All right, next we have the Plague. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is borderline Basement Dweller. Dude, I cannot explain how annoying the Plague is. Now, I haven't played against this killer in a while, but the fact that if you get infected, you can get infected from a very long distance, then you're one shot. And then if you use the ability to like cleanse yourself of the infection, then she has a power that can also one shot you or something like that. Now, it's been a while, so I don't remember her exact mechanics, but from what I do remember, every single time I've played against a Plague player, it is literal hell. But it could maybe go Basement Dweller, but yeah, all I know is it's widely, or from what I know, like a lot of people hate playing up against the Plague, and dude, it's awful. She's borderline Basement Dweller, no question. All right, next we have Ghostface, and honestly, he's basically the same thing as Michael Myers, let's be real. I mean, I really don't know I know their abilities work slightly different, I think, but other than that, I really don't. I mean, there's nothing to complain about. I feel like a lot of Ghostface killers are pretty solid at the game, but honestly, I mean, there's nothing you really pick at. It's just like, don't let them stalk you. Just be aware of your surroundings. Same thing as Michael Myers. I mean, honestly, that's literally it, though. There's really nothing I can complain about too much for Ghostface. All right, next I have the Demigorgon, and honestly, I don't know if it's weird to put him in respectable, but honestly, I just feel like he's really not a crazy killer. I mean, he can teleport to different parts of the map, and he can lunge. But that's literally all I know that he can do. I mean, I really don't think he's like a crazy killer. So, I mean, just for that, I think he's respectable. I mean, sure, I'm sure he's good in a lot of scenarios or kind of, cracked. But I really, at least in my personal experiences, I've never gone up against a Demigor and be like, oh my gosh, this is hell. I mean, there's just nothing to really complain about for him. Even though he can teleport, I've really never seen him teleport on me before. So I don't know. But I think he's fine. So yeah, I'm going to put him in respectable. All right, now we have the Oni. Oh my gosh. So he's not the worst killer to deal with, but he is kind of broken in some situations. Basically, if he hits you, he can just farm your blood, and then he gets a power that he can one-shot you with. And he moves insanely fast. Like, it's kind of crazy how fast he can move and just, like, immediately knock you. So, I will put him in sweat. He is a sweaty killer, but I don't think he's, like, on the same tier as, like, Hillbilly or the Plague or something like that. But he is very annoying. I mean, he's borderline very annoying because sometimes he can be just absurd. So I'll put him in sweat. All right, next we have Leatherface, and just because I don't know if I've ever played against Leatherface. Like maybe there's one time I did, and I've heard he swings his chainsaw around so it like covers a really big distance, and he can like hit multiple survivors, but I feel like I might remember a slight bit, but I really have maybe only played him one time, and it was a very vague memory. So just for that, I'll have to put him in not enough data. But I don't know, I have very harsh opinions on the chainsaw wielders, but there's not enough data for me to justify it. All right, now we have the Deathslinger. Now it's been a while since I've played against this killer, a really long time, but I remember playing up against him enough to absolutely remember what he does. This guy is borderline cringe lord. I mean, it's just the fact that he can hit you with a hook shot, and then you really can. I mean, there's a chance you shake loose, but dude, it is so annoying to go against this guy if he has good aim, because you're kind of just screwed if you can't get away, and it's just a free hit, and then he can chase you, but then there's not even really a point in trying to run away because he can just hook shot you again, and then you get caught. The only way is to get stuck between a pallet or something like that. I mean, he's not the worst thing to deal with if you're good at looping and stuff, but dog, I don't know. I just remember being an absolute hell when I played against a good Deathslinger player. He's annoying as frick. All right, now we have the Pyramid Head. Now, I haven't played against a lot of Pyramid Heads over the course of my history on this game, but I have heard when used correctly, he's one of the best killers in the game. At least according to one of my friends, he is, Boondoggle. But I don't know, he's not crazy, but yeah, when he's used right, like I've played against a couple of Pyramid Heads that like are really good, and when he can hit you through walls, it is kind of insane, but I don't think it's like that crazy, you know. I could put him in sweat, but he's not like, I don't know, I just feel like I remember the last time I played against a Pyramid Head, maybe it's because he wasn't like that good at the game, but it wasn't that bad. Like, it wasn't crazy. Honestly, he's like, he could go in sweat, or he could go no data, because again, I've like barely played against, well, I mean, I've played against him enough times, but I'll just put him in annoying for now. It could change, but I think that's fair for now. All right, now we have the twins. I've played against a fair amount of twin players in my time throughout this game, but they're really, I mean, they can be annoying, but they're not that hard to deal with. I mean, all you have to do is just not get hit by the freaking Victor guy, but that's literally it. I mean, yeah, I will say she's a pretty good killer, but it's not like game-breaking. I could maybe bump her up and annoying, but I really can't complain too much because she's really not that hard to counter. So, just for that reason, I'm going to put her in middle ground, but, you know, she's whatever. All right, this killer, absolutely, not even a question, deserves to go in Basement Dweller. If you played the Trickster, you are a Basement Dweller. Oh my gosh, this guy, I genuinely, I don't know if I hate him more than Spirit or not, but dude, he is genuinely so annoying. Oh my gosh, I mean, you basically can't run from this guy. His little dagger things are so incredibly annoying. I don't know. And his abilities are insane. Like, I forgot exactly what it was, but if like he can expose you really easily, and that means you're one shot, and it's just like, he's literal hell to go against. I would have to get someone else to explain it perfectly, because, I mean, I don't know a lot about this game in general, but from what I can tell, or from every single experience I've ever had playing up against Trickster, it is literally a nightmare. Every single time playing up against this killer, he is so incredibly annoying to go up against. It's just hell. He absolutely deserves to be here. Not even a question. All right, next we have the Nemesis, and I was going to put this guy in no data, but I did play against him like one time fairly recently, and just for that, I'll put him in middle ground, because he didn't seem like anything crazy. Yeah, he has zombies all over the map, but also, I mean, yeah, he does have a cure, or he has an infection that you have to cure, and if you don't, you're one shot. Or, I mean, is it I can't remember if he, like, can see you, like, from long distances, or if you're one shot. I can't remember exactly what it does, but it's like, not that crazy. And he does also have the whip that, as it upgrades, will destroy barrier, like pallets and stuff like that. But I don't know, just from the last time I remember, he wasn't anything crazy. I maybe could bump him down to not enough data, but because it was fairly recent and I do remember playing up against him, it wasn't, I mean, we won the round and it wasn't anything like crazy to go up against. So just for that, I mean, I'll just put him in middle ground, but that could change in the future, because the whole concept of that killer does seem pretty crazy. Now we have Pinhead. I'm going to be honest, I've never played against Pinhead in this game. No, I've definitely heard of him being in the game, but I don't think I've ever had a match against Pinhead. So just for that reason, I'm going to have to put him in not enough data. Or if I did, it's been literally forever ago. All I know is I looked up a video and he can apparently like shoot chains at people. That's literally it, though. I don't think I've ever played against the Pinhead before. All right, next we have the Artist. And I'm going to be honest, I could have put this killer in not enough data, because I'm pretty sure I've only played against her like one, maybe two times. But my memory serves me well enough that I can remember playing up against the Artist. All I know, she has a bunch of crows that can like scout you out and stuff, and like she can throw at you. Other than that, though, don't know too much else about her, but I don't know. Honestly, I probably should have put her not enough data, or maybe middle ground, but she's like borderline middle ground, maybe like bottom of annoying. But I mean, she's really nothing crazy to deal with. But yeah, so just for that, I'll put her in annoying. Now we have the Doctor. Oh my gosh! Now the amount of things this one killer does is insane. He's definitely top of very annoying. You could maybe put him in Cringe Lord, but dude, it's literally just a living nightmare every single time you go up against the Doctor. I probably could put him in Cringe Lord, but I don't go up against the Doctor enough. I probably see him just about the same time as the hillbilly, but dude, I swear, bro. I mean, he makes your skill checks harder. He causes you to go insane and scream all the time and like make you I honestly, the people that play Doctor are probably like psychopaths or something, and they just want you to experience the most like insanity in one freaking Dead by Daylight game. He's crazy. I honestly could put him in Cringe Lord, but I feel like he's not the most cringy because, like, if you're skillful enough, he's not that bad to deal with. But, dog, he's crazy. He's definitely the top of, like, very annoying, no question. All right, next we have the Blight, and I remember playing up against him, like, one time a really long time ago. All I know is he can run, like, really fast with his ability, but that's literally all I know from watching a video. But it has been so incredibly long since I've played against the Blight, and I only think I played up against him one time that I remember. So just for that, I'll have to put him in no data. But I have heard some people say he's one of the best killers in the game, but I'm not sure. I know very little of this killer, so yeah, I'll just put him in no data. Next, we have the killer from I forgot what the movie's called. I forgot, but I know in Dead by Daylight, I think she's called the Ornneo, I think, the killer or whatever. But I'm going to put her in very annoying because I've played one match against this killer, but it was very recent. And I remember it being very annoying. It was extremely annoying because she could just teleport randomly to you. And she, like, I don't know. It's just the way that the killer moves and stuff. It's, like, really hard to tell what she's going to do. It's kind of hard to predict, and it's just like it's like a nerfed version of the Spirit, I guess. So just for that, I'm going to put her in very annoying. Not Cringe Lord, probably bottom of very annoying. But yeah, I mean, again, I don't have a lot of data to go off, but from what I remember, the last game I played against her, it was pretty bad. Now we have the Drudge. Now, I genuinely believe that every Drudge player literally just wants to make the entirety of the survivors, every single player, just suffer. I think they genuinely just want to make you suffer. Now, with that being said, he's really not that hard to deal with because you can just block off the lockers that he can teleport through. But his little ability to like put you in the freaking soul realm or whatever, and you just hear screaming constantly. Like, what? That literally made me, like, uneasy, bro. That is literally crazy. But just because he's really not game-breaking and he doesn't really do anything, he's just annoying. Yeah, like, that little ability he has, bro, is, like, insane, bro. Like, crazy work, bro. Now, we have our next Cringe Lord killer. This is the Knight. Oh, my gosh, does the Knight piss me off so much, bro. Man, the Knight pisses me off. I mean, I don't know. There's just something about the Knight. He just feels faster than the other killers. I don't know if that's true or not, but it just feels like he is. And that's not even the worst thing. His freaking, oh my god, his minion is so annoying because you can literally just hook camp, or you could like area camp, and if he locks onto you, he chases you for quite a while. And it's just like, dude, it's annoying as crap. I'm not gonna lie. And I feel like his hitbox is bigger, too, because he has that giant sword. Like, I don't know, bro. He is just so incredibly annoying to go up against. Yeah, I hate him. Next, in the respectable category, which I don't really have a lot of killers for this because maybe I'm just bad at the game, but I'm putting Mastermind. Now, a lot of people do say Mastermind is one of the best killers in the game from what I've heard, but honestly, he feels like a very fair killer to go up against. He does have a dash ability to where he can dash like 2 times, but it's not the hardest thing to dodge. And he does have a little infection thing that will make you one-shot if you don't heal it, but there are plenty of like healing mist things around the map to get rid of it. But for that reason, I'm going to put him in... he's a pretty fair killer. I don't know, every time I've played against Mastermind, it's just been a very fair match. It's just nothing crazy, so I'm going to put him in respectable. He's probably one of the most played killers that I've gone up against. I do see a Mastermind quite often, I guess that's what I meant to say. But yeah, he's just nothing crazy. He's a very respectable killer. That's all I got to say. All right, next we have the Skull Merchant. Now I'm going to be honest, I've never heard of this killer. I've never played against this killer, and I've never heard of this killer. And from what I researched, it has something to do with drones. That's literally it. I have no idea what this killer does. Maybe I've played against her like one time, but if I did, or if I like do vaguely remember, it's like I have like nothing to go off of. So for that reason, I'm going to put her in no data. Now, next we have the Singularity. Oh my gosh, this guy, dude. I feel like a little kid made the Singularity because of the amount of BS he can do. Now, it's been a long time since I've played against the Singularity, but I remember like earlier when I was playing, I did go up against quite a bit of Singularities. Yeah, and from watching a video, it's all coming back to me. He can teleport to you, and he can just run really fast and go through pallets and stuff like that, and volt faster. He's really big, and I'm pretty sure he can move really fast. I said that earlier, but dude, he is so incredibly annoying. He has cameras around the map, and if he tags you with him, he can teleport to you. And dude, I don't know. He pisses me off from what I remember. And I don't know, just after watching the video on his abilities, it all hit me. This guy, he's broken too. He is broken. I don't know how this guy... I don't know if he has got nerfed or not since the last time I played against him, but dog, he was annoying as frick. So for that, I'm putting him in cringe lore, definitely. Next, we have the Xenomorph. Now, I've played against a fair amount of Xenomorphs in DBD, but honestly, it really doesn't do anything crazy. All it does is go through tunnels and... Well, no, the tail thing is pretty crazy, where it can hit you from very far away, and it can go over a lot of stuff. So for that, it is pretty... It's pretty... he's a pretty good killer, but at the same time, there's so many flamethrower things around the map that literally detect him when he's close, and that can also knock him out of his ability. So honestly, he's really nothing crazy. So for that reason, I'm going to put him in middle ground. It's nothing crazy. There's just not much to say. Now we have Chucky. I've honestly only played against this killer like one time, and all I remember him doing is jumping around and really fast. But that's literally it. I do remember him, but I don't remember him being like game breaking or anything. And I don't exactly remember what his abilities were besides just like jumping at you. So yeah, I guess I'll put him in not enough data, but I could have put him in middle ground maybe because I do remember him a good bit, but I've like barely gone up against him, so yeah. Now we have the Unknown. My goodness, is this killer annoying as frick to go up against. He can shoot this purple sludge at you that makes you one hit. He can teleport across the map. He can freaking... he can detect you with the purple stuff. He's pretty insane, I'm not going to lie. And from what I remember, it's been a while since I've played against this killer, but I remember playing up against him a lot when he came out. He was annoying as frick. He was so annoying to go up against. I'm putting him in cringe lord. There's not too much to say. His ability is annoying. The killer, just the mechanics of him are annoying. He's just, gosh, he is annoying as frick. Now we have freaking Vecna. My God, do I hate going up against Vecna. He is so incredibly annoying. He's literally he's a superhero, bro. He can fly. He can use giant hands to stop pallet stunning and looping him. He can shoot skeletons from very far away at people. And he can also shoot a giant sphere across the map that detects you for a very long time. Golly, this guy's annoying. I mean, dude, when he came out, everyone was playing him. And also the whole RNG thing, like if you roll a chest wrong, you can just get freaking eaten by the monster chest or whatever if you roll like a 1 or something. Oh my gosh, he pisses me off so much. He's definitely like in Basement Dweller, not even a question. Oh my gosh, the Basement Dwellers that play Vecna, dude, they piss me off so much, bro. Next we have Dracula. Now, Dracula as a character, really, I mean, he's not that crazy. He can turn into bat mode, which does make him fly pretty fast, but he can only see scratch marks. And then he can go in wolf mode, which he can launch, which, it's a lot, but it's really nothing crazy. Now, the interesting thing is, the only time I have ever been messaged on this game by a killer was a Dracula player that, like, tunneled our entire team out, like, constantly. And he just, like, blew me up over, like, a 5-minute period trying to, like, rage bait me into stuff, bro. Like, what the frick? He's literally rage baiting over a Dead by Daylight, bro. I've never seen that happen before, but for that reason, I'm just going to put him in annoying. He's really not that hard to deal with, but yeah. Next, we have the Hound Master, and I'm going to be honest, I've never heard, and I don't think I've ever played against this killer before, even looking up the killer list for this video. So I'm just going to have to put her in not enough data, just simple as that. Next, we have the Ghoul. Now, I think I've only played against this killer one time, and it was very recent. So, honestly, he's pretty middle ground. I mean, all I remember him doing is be able to, like, jump around with the tentacles. Now, I don't think he was that great of a player, so maybe, I don't have enough data, but he didn't really seem like anything crazy or, like, that hard to deal with. So, I mean, yeah, I'm just going to put him in the middle ground because he really wasn't hard to deal with. Now, for our final and most recent killer, we have Springtrap. My goodness, I don't despise this killer, but he's annoying. He's pretty freaking annoying. He's probably going to get nerfed pretty soon, but dude, the fact that he can throw an axe that gives him wall hacks, and he can just go up to you and pull it off for you to get extra reach or something. I think that's how it works, but I'm not 100% sure. And not only that, he's literally he's a stealth killer, bro. I don't care what anyone says. The only thing you can kind of hear is his footsteps. You can't see his red glow or whatever. He's hard to see in general. And the hitbox on the axe, back to the axe, the hitbox on that thing is stupid. The amount of times I'll be completely not even close to it, and it just hits me it hits thin air, but it hits me for some reason. It's so incredibly annoying, bro. And also, if you go through the portal at the wrong time, that next thing you know, you get freaking picked up or whatever. So, bro, he's annoying, very annoying, but I think he's definitely going to get nerfed in the future. But that is all, guys. If you made it to the end of the video, cool. But this is my first ever tier list, and I hope you all enjoyed it. So see you guys later. Bye.